Boo! That's as close as we're getting to Halloween today. Hello, everybody. This is XCom coming to you from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for joining us here, and I think we picked a good night to do this mission, Halloween mission. How about that? I think on prior Halloweens I've been out at Halloween parties or whatnot here. I know last year I was. I'm trying to remember every year, but you know, what's wrong with streaming on a Halloween night? It's gotta be fun. We'll see what kind of Halloween vibes we get, if we take it to them or they take it to us. And yeah, some interesting. If they're coming at us too hard, we'll go trick or treat. We're just little kids asking for candy, be nice. Or we'll take it to them, Ghostbusters style. I don't know, there's all sorts of different versions of Halloween we could experience today. So we'll see. Hopefully we're the ones that'll spook them today. And like you said, Nightmare, we really don't control how they start against us. If they're all going to be bunched up again at the start, kind of like they were last time, or if they're going to be spread out through the map, we'll see. And odds are it won't be the same map. Since there's two different alien base assault maps, my guess or understanding would be we would get the other map this time, which I don't know all that well either. These maps are very different, the way they start and how we go, and we'll just have to play it by ear and just try to position ourselves as best we can to do as well as we can, and hopefully be successful in the end. That's what it's all about. So we shall see. We shall see. There's no guarantee. Well, I think there's a few guarantees. I was looking on the wiki again. Like Muton Elite led pod with a, doesn't have to all be Muton Elites, but there's a Muton Elite that will lead a pod. There's also a Sectoid Commander or Ethereal that leads another pod. And then there's the Mega Cyber Disc, which is always on these missions. And then beyond that, it's just a mix of another, 35 to 40, and we end up going after 50 plus enemies on these missions. So that's it in a nutshell. Scary to think about, which is appropriate. Which is appropriate for a Halloween evening for a stream, but we'll see how it goes, my friends. We shall see how it goes. Ooh, baby. I was trying to see if I had packed the Halloween mask from back in the US, but of course, you're not going to give up precious space for a Halloween mask, so this one will have to do. That's scary enough at times. I'm in good spirits. Let's hope the results will keep me in good spirits. Time will tell today. Time will tell. And I'm not planning to rush because I'm not 100%. The map will be similar as far as how it progresses, but it's not the same, I don't think. So we'll see. We shall see how that all works out. And then afterwards we can decide, I wonder which map we prefer. Trumpkin, good to see you coming in here just in time to get going and start us off together. And it's top of the hour on top of that, so I would say we need to get going. No sense putting it off, eh? And look, I started here. And the reason being, we got all these fun little things we're starting to build. There's one more thing. I can't believe, did I ever say why I decided not to build it right away? But I sure wish I had one right now for this mission, but that ain't gonna happen. But I think for future scenarios, I do like the idea of picking up a mimic beacon. Because it can help on awkward pod activations to delay, cause them to group up, whatever it might be. And we can afford it right now. It doesn't clear us out of everything. It cuts our Illyrium in half, which is kind of huge. But we got decent enough. Well, it cuts our meld down to, you know, barely over 50. But we could build it. Maybe I couldn't afford it when it first became available, and then I just forgot about it. So we are going to build it before we get over to the mission. So it will be available in 8 more days. So I decided I want to get one of those built. You know, I spend my time sometimes looking around in here, just seeing what I might want to do next, what I might want to focus on next. And when I saw that, I'm going, how have I missed this? Because some people call it OP. I call it, hey, it's available, we're going to use it. That's what I call it. Too bad I didn't get it built sooner. I would love to have that on our current mission. But anyway, let's get down there and reintroduce the team so we can get this thing going. All right. I think it's a fine team that we put together with Quampa as our commanding officer, focusing mostly on smoke and med kits. Although we did bring a few extra med kits because our experience last time showed that they a few extra med kits here and there, just because it's such a long mission, and when you're facing over 50 enemies, you're bound to get hit somewhere along the line. And so we need a way to hopefully be able to bounce back from that. We do have the flamethrower on this one. So Quampa, knick-knack going out on this one. Kibo's behind. No, that's not the way it's meant. Kibo's end is on this one. And freaky friendly.
What's up,
Howdy doody is along on this one. Oh, what's up? Good to see you, Carlos. Yeah, just in time for Spanish time. And we got Kotzen Bodling, Furballs along. Give us some calming experiences, hopefully. From the scouting position, we got Jonesy. You always need Ellen Ripley on a mission like this. And then we got Blue Jay for some of the boom boom. Mainly some key. Hopefully we can save a shredder rocket for the big cyber disk. But when it comes down to it, if we need to shred, I'm not saving one for the cyber disk, because, you know, we do have freaky friendly. We do have ways to shred other than that. This is just usually the nicest way to do it for the cyber disk. But there's the team. Is there any slot I could fill and have somebody carry something else? Potentially. And I'm kind of peeking through the team. Now, I didn't go all the way to the end, did I? Yeah, there we go. EcoBot. We do have the shadow. I thought I had a shadow device and then EcoBot. And then we got Emo. Good sniper. And in him right there. So we got good aim. We got a lot of good things going for us on this team. Let's hope. Commander can put it all together with them and make it all work. That's the bottom line. So let's get down there and launch. Carlos, your time to shine. Yeah, his aim's 107 already, so his aim will still be decent. I decided with 107 aim, Carlos, that
prepare for landing.
I didn't want to have him even slower because he's already pretty pokey. He wasn't the fastest guy in the barrack to begin with, so I didn't want to slow him down anymore. I thought about it, but then I said he's got 107 base aim. That's just gonna have to work for us. So let's see what our mission is entitled. hot
Thanks to Dr.
Hydra.
Holland's research and some clever developments done in engineering.
A little spicy on this mission title here. Maybe a little
We've only got one chance to
spicy.
make this work, though. So let's make sure we do it right.
Yeah, actually, yeah, European continent bonus hype. Yeah, because then this would save France and we would pick up a new continent bonus. In fact, off the top of my head, I'm gonna have to look up what it even is as long as we successfully complete this mission. So yeah, we got the other start. We got the other start. Hydra Caliente. So Hydra is Hydra. Okay, Hydra Caliente. Works for me. Well, it's definitely not Caliente around here today, but you know, looking forward to it. Let's launch and see. I don't know if we start back in this corner or if it will start us right in the center. I mean, the other map was more balanced and we started in the center. So we'll see. We'll see where it starts us. I don't know this one. Then we got a middle section. We got doors. I'm trying to look at this to kind of get, okay, so we've got 2 doors here. Then we got kind of a smaller chamber with 2 big doors after that. And then the grand room. So yeah, we got, you know, this is a big portion of the map, to be quite honest. I would not be surprised if we get a yucky start once again. With too many pods near the front. Because if we don't have, you know, a fair amount of pods that we end up having to engage here, that makes for a crowded back half of the map. I gotta tell you, it makes for one crowded back end of the map. Oof. All right, let's get down there. Enough hypothesizing on how it may go. Let's just be ready for anything. That's the bottom line. I always like these beginnings where we slide right on in. Don't wander too far and activate here. Come on.
What's up, Doc?
God only knows what they're doing to these people.
God only knows.
All the more reason to blow them to hell. Get moving.
All right. So we are down on the lower level according to this.
So far, we don't have visual confirmation on the hostiles.
You know, the other map, when you start kind of in the middle,
they're probably moving into position
between the doors, you're on a raised platform. I don't like the idea, especially if there's a nearby pod. I do not like the idea of having to run up to face them. So that's a little scary. There could be a pod here. There's just an open floor, so at least no pod there. Could be a pod here. And could be a pod there. And technically, could be a big old pod right there. So, we don't know. Hey, Glacier, good to see you. Yeah, you know, I didn't even think it was going to be you when I heard Bugs Bunny, but then, yeah, you've been starting over here to say hi a lot of the times. So, yeah, definitely starting motion tracker, because the last thing I want to...
będzie w porządku.
Yeah, that's what the scanner's for and everything, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we see a lot of red blips. In fact, where is... There we are. Alright, Kotzen. You got 3 battle scanners, and you got 3 battle scanners. So we only have 1 motion tracker, but hopefully that just is necessary here to get us started so we don't do a bad activation. Hopefully. Let's go see what we pick up. Alright, something's over here. Something's over here. It makes me feel good that nothing's there. And unless, if something's over here, yeah, something could be over here, because that's a hefty little room. So maybe what we do first is I run you over here a little bit just to make sure no one's gonna sneak up behind us if we move towards Oh, you heard it. I tried to cover my tracks so bad. I tried to go he. I tried to emphasize the he. It's like baked in. I can't get rid of that, Hopes, and I'm so sorry. Anytime I slip up, I do lots of other slip ups, but that one's annoying because I know you're not. Yeah, I know. It's just weird. Every time I do it, like, why is that stuck in my head? It's because what was your first character female that you ever named, and somehow that's stuck in my head or something? I don't know. Something like that. There's something like that that's brokenly stuck in my head. Yeah, I know. Cancel me. I even know what you look like. Darn it all. Yeah, and that's part of it too, because Hope is it would be a female name in the U.S. And I'm sure that's part of it too, because I've known a Hope. I've also known a Hope in the U.S., so I'm sure that's ingrained in the back of my brain also. So I think rather than make my first move towards where we know a pod is, I'm gonna actually move halfway up the ramp this way. Well, actually, if they're over here, they're gonna be down below. So I can move like right here, and that that'll. Hey, Werner, good to see you. You made it just in time before we actually got going. We do have a blip on the map. It's right over somewhere over here. Yeah, it makes me think it's like potentially right in here, but I'm not gonna move that way because that actually makes it awkward to move up that ramp without activating them. I'm actually gonna move up this ramp just to make sure we don't pick up a blip on this side. And if I come this far, we shouldn't see them. I hate that they have these things dropping down from the roof because that makes me feel like drop-ins. Those always indicate drop-ins on other missions. But anyway, let's get Kotzen up here.
Got it.
Okay, I'm feeling like, yeah, we're safe. Nobody's sneaking up our backside. Nobody sneaks up the backside. Now, the next question is, if people... So maybe what I do is this. Let's see at least what this pod is over here. We'll move you, Howdy Doody, right here and throw... Yeah, safe for now. For now. Same with, but, you know, yeah, it is safe for now because there's nothing that says it couldn't just come marching right through a door left or right. So I'm thinking, let's have Howdy Doody come over here. Then we'll better be able to know if we can even move up this ramp, depending on where they are and what line of sights may or may not be, what we can try and do. So I think it's important, definitely important to have that. And then I can bring Kotzen as far back as he can move, so he will potentially be available for the upcoming fun. So let's get back to Howdy Doody, and let's throw a battle scanner over there and say Howdy Doody. Here we go. Yeah, this is always a strange time. The calm before the storm.
I'm on my way.
The calm before the storm. Here we go. So it feels like they're right down there somewhere, according to the blip.
Check that out.
Well, guess what? We start out right away with the cyber disc. Good timing. Were you just waiting for that, Glacier? Were you just waiting for that moment to time your dun dun dun? Oh my goodness. And a vibe of 15. let's hope that predicts the good start that we're hoping for. So I was actually thinking, based on the dot, that they were going to be a little closer, but nay, nay. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3 drones that we can see, 2 seekers, and the big bad cyber disk. Funny, that doesn't look like That makes a happy Halloween, I'm telling you. How can this day get better? Yeah. How can that day get any better? Perfect timing for dramatic effect, and then that. That's very, very, very cool. Thank you. Well, what the so yeah, these multi-level rings don't tell the whole story. So it actually could. Now we're probably okay, since the one that has the height to see us is this ring. All the others are down below, so we could probably safely move, say, along the bottom row and back in here a little bit, so at least people get in position. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want to make a mistake and accidentally activate. So it would appear we can get up here because there's walls and whatnots blocking lines of sight all over the place. And so, Kibo, you're gonna... Let's see, how far can my Rocketeer get up here? Yeah, I'm not gonna move my Rocketeer first, just in case I need to hold him back for a... Yeah, we'll see. Let's do what I think is gonna work, and we're gonna bring Kibo right here. And because of these little walls and everything, there should be no angle that anyone can see through or around the railings to get sight on us. So, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, a wonky line of sight is always something of a concern, because you never know on these maps, you know what I'm saying? You never quite know. So let's try to do it with someone who would still be able to do something for us. Shoot, launch a grenade, you know, however they react. So we're gonna bring Kibo right here. And if he's safe, then I'm setting up my Rocketeer, so it's ready. He may not be steadied because I think he'll have to run too far, but just having him there at that range, we should have a very effective shredding rocket ready and available. So let's just do it. Okay, the plan is working so far. Knock wood, knock wood, knock wood. Now I am not going here though, because there could be a line of sight to one of these, so I gotta play a little conservative and steady the rocket here. Yeah, I'll go here. It's gonna be hard to lower it down though. I'd be able to do a rocket straight across level, and then hopefully we get enough 3D effect to get it. Well, the main thing I gotta get is the cyber disk, so that's all that really matters.
Location confirmed.
Alright, so we're not steadied there. Now the next thing I can do is, somewhere around here, is Emo, and I see the jetpack right there. Up, up, away! I like that voice pack. I never remember the voice pack saying that so much, but I'm gonna bring you back here. I think and have you fly here. Alright, now we can take a look and see if it is actually a big bad cyber disk or not. And that's kind of what I wanted to know. Oh, that's we know about Werner. Let's oh, I can't aim on it. It won't let me aim on it. So I can't. Oh well, I understand that now. Let's steady our weapon. Katzenwadling, we're running you like the wind over here to get as far as you can, so next turn you can pop up and potentially get us a hit and run shot should we need it. Especially if that's a moving pod that's going to come towards us. I like the idea of getting up here with Glenn Freaky Friendly. Now the problem is, if that guy gets activated, you know what I'm saying. If he gets activated, yeah, I think I'm coming here.
Let's do this.
Okay. I'm a little worried about line of sight, even to, well, maybe there I am. So I'm nervous about coming in here because line of sight, there could be line of sight through there. So we'll see. Now, Ellen Ripley, on the other hand. I see, yeah, see? It shows a ring of doom over there. So that's not good. And I bet you if I come here... No? No? Yes. So there's some danger spots over here. And the problem with Ellen Ripley, the problem with Jonesy is well, fortunately, if we got to suppress with Jonesy, even if it's in the open, depending on how this goes, we don't see anything right now from here. We do from here, but I don't want to activate. So there's no way I can actually... Yeah, I can't really get Jonesy situated. We're gonna have to use smoke to protect Ellen Ripley. But I'm gonna bring Jonesy here.
Oh, yeah!
We're just gonna one for all, but I'm waiting just in case I do a misclick kind of a thingy. I'm gonna bring... Yeah, I'm bringing you right here. Or maybe I need to bring you right there. Because you're not that mobile, and then try to get you over here for a potential shot could be important. EcoBot.
Already there.
Okay, so far it's happening. We'll bring smoke right here. Now we'll just come up this far in case I need to get into line of sight for a command. You'll still be out of sight of these folks, and you can throw smoke from here.
On my way.
And then another big gun, Knick-Knack. We definitely want Knick-Knack up here. So I think we just bring Knick-Knack right here. Do a little paddywhack, and you'll be in decent position to maneuver. Alright, here we go. Well, the problem is, I hope, well, the problem is the disc sometimes may just open up where it is. I'm just hoping, yeah, we won't necessarily have long-range suppression. That's the part that worries me a little bit. If it moves, I might. But if it just stays where it is like a mechtoid and decides to just open up in Overwatch, we will be a little limited in what our options are. It could be that we chance running an Overwatch with someone, but anyway, stay here.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Provide cover just in case. We'll let you Overwatch. Are they moving? They're moving! They're live! We're active! And there's the Overwatch. I don't know that we can see, so, you know, there ain't no time wasted here. Oh, good shot. Kibo starts off on a good note. I hear floaters. We don't need them to come through a door yet. I'm definitely hearing mutons, so you know there's an elite or two out there in that mix. If not all. Maybe berserkers. We shall see. Yeah, no time wasted. Now, do you have sight? No. You have sight of many, but not the one. So, we have to see how this will work. Now, if I'm lucky... Yeah, see, I think I can run right here and suppress without popping the Overwatch. Yes, that is perfect. That is quite amazing. Now let's see how my rocket looks. That's the other piece to the puzzle. And Werner, can you confirm about this thingamajigger over there? Let's get up to Emo. And take a look at this thing. It's the Gunstar, so it is the big one. It didn't. The last time on the ABA, it looked like a Gunstar. This time, it is the Gunstar, but it just doesn't seem as big for some reason. Maybe it's the angle, this and that. Who knows? I mean, once it opened up, it definitely looks bigger than when it was closed. But so we will spend a shredder rocket, and hopefully we can get it down there. Yeah. That's the one we have to get. Everything else is a bonus. Everything else would be a bonus. 0.8 scatter. Let's do it.
Bring in the pain. Firing shredder rocket.
All right. I mean, we knew that this enemy would be out on the map. I'm kind of happy. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. His sidekicks are few and far between all of a sudden. They're down to 3? Yeah. Okay. Well, we have one focus, my friends. One focus. So let's get up here for suppression.
Affirmative.
Well, it looks like we found where they've been taking the abductees.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't explain what the
Dr.
purpose of
Valen
all
is
this
late
is.
to the party. Bradford talked about this when we landed, coming off the ropes. Oh, it's not the mini-boss one? Oh, okay, so we're gonna have another cyber disc then. We're gonna have... I thought the Gunstar was it. But you're right. It doesn't have enough health. It doesn't have enough health. Well, we do have shredding opportunities elsewhere, so we will make sure. Now, this is one of our shredding opportunities, but at this point, I would prefer suppression, just in case the rest of our shots don't come through.
Come on.
So good point, Nightmare. I'm glad I saw that comment. It's not the mini-boss Cyberdisc. It's just an upgraded, tougher one. So therefore, what I'm gonna do here is I only have a single shot from you, and why don't we just since you really can't help us with the Cyberdisc, yeah, at least 2 more lines. Yeah, it's still nicer that we got it alone here. I'm not arguing that. I think since you won't be able to do anything, even if I move you, you wouldn't be able to shoot. So let's just flush out that 93% chance to kill it. Okay. Kibo. So where can I get some of us? Now it says you do not see that big boy from there, probably because there's no step out. So I'd have to bring you there. Well, he's suppressed anyway, so who cares? There we go. That gives me a potential shot. Now you also are going to get 2 shots. Can you see him from there. Yes. So let's bring you here, EcoBot. You're only gonna get one shot this first go around. So let's move you in here to do that. Hey, Bison Bites. Now we determined it's not the biggest one. There's a bigger boss one. This is a gun star. It's a good one. But we're determining it might not be the good one that's always on these missions. Because the last time we faced a good one, it had more health than that. So I think it's still out there, Bison Bites. That's our best prediction. We could be wrong. Because, you know, I don't run ABAs every day.
Affirmative, Commander.
But he's suppressed, so I'm going to get a solid shot here. Only one, because we had to move him. Okay, that's not a solid shot. Oh, baby. How about we bring up a solid shot? We still got our sniper who hadn't done a thing. But let's use our new particle cannon and give it a little workout. I'm anxious to give it a test drive here, since I think this is the first mission with the particle cannon, isn't it? Well, we picked a good time to run a first mission with it. Let's get up here. Oh wait, you don't see it? Oh, uh-oh. These things are cutting my line of sight. Holy smokes, I don't get a line of sight. This thing is blocking the line of sight. I should have it normally. Now I don't have any other location to get a line of sight from my heavy hitter. Well, I do have an option. But it requires me to spend a grenade. Now maybe I can see it from here. Is there any angle over here? Because I have extra range on my line of sight. No, but these little walls prevent me from seeing down at an angle, and then any other angle, I'm blocked. Oh, that's nasty. That's a big shot. Well, rather than waste time, let's see if somebody else can do it. Yeah, there's no blue move that's gonna give me line of sight right now. So therefore, let's move on and do this as our next shot. Ooh. He's hardened and got the DR going, isn't he now? He has definitely got the... You know what I'm going to do, therefore, with my second shot? We are going to do a disabling shot. Most definitely. We're doing the disabling shot next. Because I don't need him to run suppression and shoot at us. Which also means he's just going to throw grenades. Whatever. So I don't know if that's any better, but as long as we're suppressing, that makes it more challenging, eh?
Take a chill coat.
Okay. So not as ideal as I was thinking it would be. Do we not get a step out anywhere here? Yeah, we don't even see with you. Well, I'll tell you what. I feel like I've got to do this now. We're gonna go one for all, and we're gonna hope this can destroy this cover that's in the way. So we might get other lines of sight. That's what I'm thinking. Not really. Well, it's a little bit destroyed. Is it enough destroyed to see through there now? No. Yeah, so we're just a little bit up a creek here. So, that's a bummer. Big, big bummer. So I gotta figure out where I want to put everybody for upcoming turn. So maybe what I'm gonna have to do is just kind of well, we'll bring Kotz and Vodling here. Or maybe we bring Kotz and Vodling here. Because there's already two clumped together attempting a grenade. Kotz and Vodling, why don't you shoot the drone? He's hollowed, which means you can finish off the drone. And I'm doing one. I'm stubborn, you see. I'm kind of stubborn. I'm gonna see if there's one more check. And no, because of those walls there, we're not gonna get what we want. I'm just hoping, because part of that was destroyed, that I'd get a line of sight somewhere through here, but apparently we do not. So I think what I'm going to do is locate us over here in this direction, so we would still be able to come here and see him if he doesn't move and reloads and all that good stuff. But we're a little bit spread out, and I can still shoot and take a shot right there. So not ideal. I didn't get everything I wanted off of this because of the wonky lines of sight we're dealing with. In Quampa, he's disabled right now, so smoke isn't going to do diddly squat if he throws grenades. That's what I have to say about it. So let's bring you right there. Howdy doody. None of your stuff really is going to work against that guy. So I'm going to bring you there. And that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. And let's see if this thing tries a grenade, reloads. It reloads. Hopefully that's all it does. And now we hear other enemies. Mutants, berserkers, what you name it. Okay, so that worked. That part worked. Now we have more people that will be able to take shots. I probably don't need to suppress. He's not on Overwatch. I can get people where I want them to be. Now this one, we'll see what kind of DR we get this time. Oh, that I like our new weapon. I must say, I do like this new weapon. Let's christen it with its first kill. Crit. We like those kind of numbers. Oh boy, do we like those kind of numbers. I think we'll just reload a little bit here and there.
Oh yeah.
And do some things like that. You can't move to cover to reload, but you know,
Heading to that location.
let's spread out and reload.
Back online.
I think I'll just get you into cover finally. You still have good ammo even without the reload.
Got it.
Kibo, good start. The grenade didn't quite do what I wanted, but basically what it did is if we get these at the end of the mission, we have 3 less. or they're now damaged, so we don't get much value from them. But you know, that's not my biggest concern. Let's see, one for all, yes. Reload, yes. And let's prepare for something coming through the doors or us going through the doors coming up. Let's just stay there and steady. Wampa will bring you to the back row. Because now it feels like if anything ends up coming in at us. Let's move our sniper over to this side now. And I'm thinking, oh, let's get our sniper set down here. If I can. There we go, I saw it. And then we can land to save some. Well, let's reload here, and then next turn we can land if nothing pops in on us.
Good to go.
And then howdy doody, I wouldn't mind getting you farther up. That works.
Let's move. Lead is gonna fly and heads are gonna
And then
roll.
Kotzen Vodlin, let's also get you moved up. With a reload also.
Sweet.
And see if anything pops through the door. So, mutons, floaters, mutons, and mutons. Out of all those sounds, I think I got 3 different muton sounds and a floater sound. Unless somebody heard different, let me know. I'm not 100% confident that I heard it right. But we are going to get up to the door because we remember there being, well, it's a fairly large chamber then beyond this door. It looks like a corridor, okay, with a raised point here, same thing on the other side, a raised point here, corridor goes down, then it meets up in the middle. And then we have another advancement, and then eventually there's those bigger doors. You know, the little cutout of the map. That's kind of the rough way we're looking for the next battle scenario. So we need to get up in that general direction. So I'm thinking, you. How far can we get you? So we're just going to move up this far, and then next turn we can actually get suppressors at the door, or a Rocketeer, if that's what we decide. We'll see. Let's start moving up.
Moving to designated position.
Got it.
Okay, suppression is ready to take over the front door next time. We'll bring you here, Bebo. Now, if they had enemies up here, technically, you know, they'd be able to see down here. So we don't know for sure yet. I do have a steadied rocket. So let's do this move up here while I got a rocket steadied that could shoot. Okay. That's cool. One for all. However, that cover isn't guaranteed. We're going to Overwatch. So now I'm going to move my rocket forward, but we won't be steady. Well, unless I just... yeah, let's just move the rocket here.
I'm on it,
So we're
Commander.
steady, just in case some bad thing happens. And I can safely start moving up with others there. And then here we can reload. And then... yeah. Oh, you heard sectoids too? I didn't hear the sectoid noise, so thank you for picking that up, Carlos. I missed that one. Okay. You don't need to be reloaded. So I'm just gonna dash you up there too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, EcoBot. Quampa, I'm gonna bring you a tiny bit closer.
Yes, I copied.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking. At least, knock wood, we're not hearing things super close yet. So, it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna hunker you. I'm thinking that potentially our sniper won't be much good at, unless there's a straight shot through the door. So I'm not, I think I'm just gonna land.
Touching down.
At least for this turn, steady. I mean, we'd still be able to shoot up here if an alien took that position. And then if we end up encountering anything straight ahead, we'd have a shot. But what are the odds they won't scatter? I don't know. Depends on how much cover's down there. And then we got Howdy Doody. We'll bring you here, because in case they show up here, a flashbang or a chem grenade could be helpful.
Charge!
We don't know. Hudson Bodlin. We'll put you front and center because you have lightning reflexes to move.
Copy that.
And if anything does come through the door, Overwatch with your pistol.
Got it.
Something
the
happening here.
Floaters seem to be closest. Muton. Muton Berserkery. I didn't hear any sectoids that time. I don't think. Unless my ears are broken. But if they were in the distance, we might not. If they move farther back, there's no reason to assume we would hear them again. The only problem with pushing through this door is, where do we go? How do we fight from here? If there's a pod there, like it pointed that there's a pod out here, so they could be right there. Yeah. Yeah, I heard like 4 different muton-y sounds, and it makes me think that with that many muton sounds, one of those could be berserkers. So we may be facing a pod of berserkers as opposed to chrysalids, because I'm not hearing any chrysalid growls this time. So we could have a mass berserker attack kind of a thing. I don't know. There's so many things it could be. And odds are there's a lot of muton elites in those groups. Now, you think we got another Mongo? Mongo? So how do I want to open the door? I think I'm going to open the door with suppression on either side.
Got it.
I think that makes sense.
Location confirmed.
And then I don't know what kind of covers on the other side of the door. So if I can push anybody, okay, looks like there's half cover here. Whoop-de-dee-doo-dah. We'd have to run up here to get any more cover. They're jack crap cover. Excuse me. I tried to keep it as clean as I could. I wanted to say a lot worse. That's a thin little inlet. So yeah, once we get past the door, full cover is lacking. Full cover is definitely lacking. So is it better if we have contact? I may have to immediately fly my sniper over But for now, I'll keep the sniper centered because as long if they end up, even though there's no cover, so what are the odds that they'd stay right up the center? Wow. Wow. This is going to be the awkward part of the map, depending on how that they what we run into and how they activate. This is going to be a tricky part. Yeah, we only have what 45 plus more to go. Okay. So just so there's step out, we'll all inch forward a tiny bit. I guess if I'm gonna do that, I should inch. Oh, no, I got someone there already. Katzenwadling. So Katzenwadling would have a shot. I don't have a home to put. Unless we just double. It depends on what we see. Depends on what we see. So Katzenwadling, your blue move gets you. Ooh. So if I move you right up against the door, I know if we open the door and it activates, we'd at least be able to blue move you up here to a position, depending on what we see and how they scatter. So that's good to know. Thank God somebody has some speed. So let's open up. Well, let's not open it yet, but let's move you here.
Of course.
And we'll kind of move everybody up. And then what I'm going to do is move EcoBot. One of two things will happen. I'll move one of my suppressors to that half cover. I got to get my smoke up here. I'm trying to think of worst option of getting through the door. Yeah, it depends. If I open the door and don't see anything, the next thing I'm gonna do is motion tracker, and only move those 4 or 5 spaces forward at a time until I see a blip, and then once I know where something is, because all we got was sound cue, which means maybe it's in this room, maybe it's all the way back here somewhere. I don't know. We don't know. I'd be guessing a lot about this, so I'm going to bring you here so we have some flexibility.
I'm rolling.
And then I'm going to bring up my we'll bring you guys each up a step. Blue Jay. This is tough to know what to do with a Rocketeer at this point. There's only so many positions. I think I want to keep him available, but he won't be steady. You come there.
I'm on it.
And Quampa. I know there's cover here, but I also know there's potential cover up here we're going to try to take. So which side would be better to have you on? Not a clue. I'm going to keep you here.
Orders confirmed. Running.
Now if something comes through that other door... If something comes through that other door... I think I'm going to move you a little farther forward. I'm not clear as whether I need to fly you or not. We're just going to steady in case we get lucky with a straightaway shot. Howdy doody.
Look out! Tanks armed to the nines!
Yeah, someone can't push through the door, but if they do, they'll be close, so we'll continue overwatching with the pistol. Yeah, get ready to throw eggs for the trick part, right? This is always the creepy part of their alien base. Okay, this is where we open the door and see what we activate. This is kind of scary. Yeah, this is where you want... Hopefully they don't do that louder and bigger than we do it. Yeah. You've had to deal with that before. Oh, here we go. Cross your fingers, everybody. This is a big moment right here. Okay. It was a big moment. It was also anticlimactic. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go here. 5 is usually about what you're able to go. If there's no blips there, so I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
Oh, we know where something is. We know where something is, and it's probably right behind that door. Behind door number 1, or could it be right there? We don't know. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, switch weapons. Because if things get weird all of a sudden. And I'm gonna throw it on this side of the door. Well, I'm gonna throw it on this side of the door right there, so I also get vision down there. And then if we see nothing, we know it's on the other side of the door. Okay?
Got it.
It's on the other side of the door. Had a feeling there could still be something here. So I think the first thing I do is, if they come through the door, get my longest range suppression right here. Because there ain't no more cover. Well, there's a little cover right here I should try to get some people to, but long range will go here.
Of course.
It'll give me a chance to reload you finally.
Armed and ready.
And then another suppressor. I'm gonna bring you all the way up here, Freaky. Just so you could slip in here, potentially do something. Yeah, I think that works.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
All right. You know, one of these doors we open, one of these doors is gonna have like 3 pods right behind it. Scares the heck out of me. I'm gonna bring you Howdy Doody right here, just in case, just to hedge my bets about something being over there.
Hoorah!
I'm gonna bring you right here.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
All right, Quampa, you'll stay back at the doorway.
Got it. Right away.
And Blue Jay, kind of want to get you moving up here. Not sure where. Now I could see, if we clear this area, I could see temporarily setting my rocket up here, just to cover when we open that door. So we'd also have the option to pull back. It looks like a solid wall. Yeah, it looks like a solid wall. So they either come through this door or they come through this door, unless they're already over here. But we didn't get a sound cue in that direction, so we're not 100% sure there. Hope's End. Ebo. I think I want some folks on Overwatch. Just in case we get the door surprise. I mean, it is Halloween. Let's get ready for some surprises. Eh? Neek. We could bring you there. Yeah, you can still run over there, but let's have you on Overwatch also. Quampa, you'll stay, and then now's the time, I think, to double run the Rocketeer unsteady. Just get him in position
Time to motor.
nearby. All right.
Roger that. Scanning for
Ooh,
hostiles.
here's a tough call. I guess we bring you here.
Painful.
Yeah,
What was that?
the other cyber disk. Floaters. Muton berserkers. Muton berserkers. Muton berserkers. So that's like 5 pods. We did hear the other cyber disk. That's huge. So the big one is still out there. The big one is still out there. I think I'm gonna just send Howdy Doody up here to gain sight over here. We're not like what there. If something's over there, there's no way in hell we're ever gonna be set up to go after them. There ain't no cover to do that. That's crazy. So maybe what we do first. In case something does scatter over there, so we have keep you guys there. I do have a suppressor here, but he wouldn't be able to get cover and to be able to shoot. You would be able to come up here if we saw something there to have kind of a firing position. Potentially how scattered and line of sight works. Potentially we could get a shot depending on an angle and scatter. And then you. So let's kind of get a peek over here a little more and find out what we're dealing with.
On the way.
Okay. Okay, I feel it's a little less likely now, but there could be something there. There's enough space where something could be there. But it also means I'm now gonna move forward. And then next turn, I can always be able to get to some of those positions.
Roger that.
And then rocket-wise, potentially that gives me an angle now if something activates or comes through that other door instead of this door. Let's start steadying, even though cover is suspect. You know, we got to do what we got to do. Let's get our suppressor. Whoa, that does not have forward cover. Look at this fake position here. We can't move here. This is a non-position. This is a position that only works for the aliens and not for us. Well, that's kind of sucky. Sucky. Okay, so I'm only gonna bring you this far in case something comes out over there, and then we survive with suppression and smoke if they come forward. At least if something happens before we're set up.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just doing slow. There's no reason to dash anywhere right now. In my book, in my opinion. There's no reason for us to dash anywhere yet. That's my thinking.
Moving.
I'd rather have us move up slow. You know, it's a bit of the, you know, the Overwatch crawl syndrome. I don't want to burn my motion tracker yet. I'll come here so if we need to next turn, I can move first if I need us to. And, you know, I'm gonna play a little, just a little conservative. Yep. And then sniper-wise, I'm gonna at least, actually, howdy doody, come back down here. And I'm gonna put my sniper here temporarily.
On the way.
Now that we know it's supposedly an okay. Oh, I thought By moving him, I thought you'd be able to take that position, but no.
Time to motor.
Okay. Everybody else, let's just Overwatch in case they decide to become semi-human and use the door.
On Overwatch.
We'll one for all just in case. And we're steadying here. And we're one for all Overwatching.
Come get some.
And Kwampa, I am going to move you a little farther forward, because if they come in, I doubt they'd be charging to try and focus on you.
Copy that.
Hopefully. Here we go. Floaters. Muton. I didn't hear the cyber disc this time, which makes me believe it's... It didn't move? Or it's not, or it's lying in waiting? It's lying in wait? Okay, this time, I'm just not doing battle scanners or anything. We're just gonna move over here, and if something's in the corner, we'll know. I'll be damned. Something was in the corner.
Flanking us.
I'll be damned. Wow. Well, the next thing we do is we have a steadied rocket. And we're gonna have to make sure that guy dies in the process. I think we try to eliminate some nasty... Well, I can hit a lot of cover. Probably not destroy all of it. Let's focus on the front. That's where I need cover removed more. I don't really want to widen the door. So let's go right here.
Suck on this.
How'd we do? Did we open up lines of sight? Well, one, not the other. Okay. Okay. Since he's got the best cover, let's have you, Banner, focus on this guy. Now, do I want to try getting... Let's try this first to improve our shot. There it is. I'm thinking of coming right here. And I can even... I probably don't need to suppress, because if I just shoot him, that'll get the shot, get a shot up decent from our sniper. I think it was 85 to get it up to 95. I'm good with that. So Freaky Friendly, I want you to just come up here and shoot. No suppression. Conserve the ammo. Just shooting hollow. Okay. Now we'll come back up to emo. And now we got a 95% shot there. And it's down. There's 4 mutons total, and the seeker disappeared too, so that's a little awkward. But it wasn't a big seeker, so it won't strangle for a lot of hit points. And I don't want to waste yeah, we got to be. Hopefully they play as mutons and come charging through there. I think I'd like to go for this guy with a 90% shot. And I'm just playing it safe, not trying to get disabling shot on cooldown when I don't need it. Just because that we now know, because we heard the cyber disc, that it's out there. So let's do this. It's okay. It's okay. I'm I'm gonna bring Kibo here. I'm thinking a little rapid fire. Somehow when you get down into the 50s, it just doesn't sound... we've got to hit on at least one of these, right? Yeah. Thank you for doing that on the first shot, Kibo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to keep somebody around. Howdy Doody may not be enough. But if I'm able to keep Kotz and Vodling nearby, I also got Jonesy, but Jonesy... Well, Jonesy can suppress. If not, we're moving Jonesy. So we can't get you a shot. So the only person... So maybe I end up, depending on... I may move us back here. Yeah. Let's use Kotz and Vodling. Kotz and Vodling, I want you to take a shot and try and hollow the guy. And then we got Knick-Knack to follow up on that. There's my first play. Our first attempt to clean that guy out. Then we're left with only 2 mutons and then the invisible seeker.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm glad you agree. This is for a hollow target.
Oh, perfect.
And that means, what does it give you for a shot? Not as good as you might like. But we did it. Okay. That means I can bring Jonesy up to get ready for suppression on anything else coming through. But if there's a ramp back here, we also got to be ready for them to come through this door at us. So I don't think they can get there this turn. That's a long run, just like it would be for us. But I'm gonna bring Ellen Ripley here.
Let's go!
And then EcoBot, yeah, I'm gonna bring you here just so if the Seeker goes for the sniper, we can shoot up there. In fact, I'll bring you here.
I'm on my way.
And I'll bring you here.
I'm on it, Commander.
Let's hope another pod doesn't wander into us. Kind of what I'm thinking.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Wampa, I'm not gonna have you throw smoke, Wampa, because where am I gonna throw it? I'm gonna bring you over here a little further, though.
Heading out.
I'm gonna crack him up.
They're gonna come at us. Let's hope they're typical mutons and run through that door. Okay, there's one. Can he shoot? Yes. We're gonna have to recover from that.
Got a lot of heat on me.
Oh, something else was in there that just... Ooh. Did the Seeker shoot at
This
us?
is embarrassing.
No, it did now. So the other muton is like right back here apparently, and or maybe it was back here in the doorway and it had squad sight. Thank God it missed. Woo, thank God it missed. And now I can free other people up to help us out here. Okay. First of all, he shot. I'm a little nervous about another pod if I move up to flank and being able to see through the door. Little bit worried about that. Yeah, definitely a reason to use smoke on the snipey, given that position. Exactly. Exactly right. Well, I definitely have a shot on the flying target, because that's your specialty. We only get one shot, so the others will have to take care of that. So let's get rid of this threat, since you're the best option for that on a flying target. Now there's two mutons. The question is, are they trying to draw us into something there? Good question, eh? I think so. How far can you throw a battle skin? It's like I'm not trying to overuse my battle scanners, but at the same time, I'm not fixing to activate another pod trying to get rid of these mutons. It will change my battle tactics.
This'll do the trick.
Okay, so it's looking okay. Okay, so it's not as wide open in here as I thought. I thought it was going to be a little more wide open, so there's that. Okay, so I can, and then there's the guy that shot. So that tells you right then and there, that tells you that he has squad sight. He has sniper sight. And we got lucky that he missed. Now, what I am able to do, it's kind of a pain though. Trying to think of the best way to use our shots. Of course, you can't get up there to take a shot. So we can suppress this guy. Or I could even try to flush him at 73%. But what are the odds that he moves away there to full cover instead of a cheap little half cover position that I'm hoping he would do? But there's also a good chance he'd move into full cover back here. So, is that a waste of flush? I still have suppression beyond that. So, let's see if we can flush him into half cover. That sounds like a worthy try, a worthy attempt.
Bring it.
And guess what? He said, hey dudes, come over here and flank me, is what he said. Dudes, come flank me. That should take away his squad sight also, not having a spotter. So I feel a little more confident about my sniper back there now. Kibo. I'm gonna move Kibo up because he can't get line of sight for collateral damage on that thing anyway. So Kibo can move right here and rapid fire into this guy.
What's up, Doc?
looking good. Can you hit? There we go. And I thought he was gonna fall into the nether regions of the ship over the edge, but he kind of hung on. All right, who came in here? Oh, Felipe, how you doing? How you doing? So this is where we're at so far. We've killed 11. There's one more muton out. You can see him in the background. We faced one cyber disk. We've determined it wasn't the massive one we usually face, because it's only one time we heard a cyber disk noise in all this time. There's a crap ton of mutons out there. There's like at least 3 pods of mutons that we heard, and then there's also some floaters, whether heavy or regular, we don't know yet. Probably heavy. So there's a lot going on out there, and the only hits we've taken so far have been on the mech. So I'm trying to think. Because, you know, we got that upgrade where I can repair a mech with the arc thrower. And it would still leave us 3 arc thrower attempts. So I'm not worried about healing mechs. We also got the restorative mist that he's carrying. So I got to figure how I need to move. Yeah, the colors change all the time. The colors change all the time, so that's unusual. But your name is staying, at least recently, the names are staying consistently since the last upheaval. And did you notice, Hope's Head? Your sound is back, so I figured out that it was the L and not the capital I. So I forgot to mention that earlier when you came in here. Hopefully you heard your sound too. Is the muton stupid? 8-Ball, it's a tough one. Well, damn right, 8-Ball knows what he's talking about. You know what he's probably gonna do? Run away, run away. That's why I was hoping I could find a way to get my suppression up there, so I could lock him in place at least, so he couldn't run away. And that ain't gonna happen, because I'd have to be able to run even there. I'm not seeing line of sight. What the hey? So apparently whatever's here, yeah, that blocks vision to be able to even suppress. Ooh, nasty. I mean, I can move you up, and yeah, I can get. So maybe what I do short term is these alien base assaults. I don't know if I've ever read a hard maximum, but it could be over 50 enemies, because there's a lot of variables. There's certain numbers for the base pods, then there's those 3 special pods, then depending on alien research, yada 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 yada, more enemies can be added to certain pods. So the best count we can give Trumpkin is over 50 enemies. That's the closest we can get you. So I have 2 options. Throw a proximity mine, but if he runs away, it's not going to kill him. So that's not an amazing option in my book. Do I have anybody else who can get anywhere? See, nobody can get anywhere for another shot. Nobody has... Howdy Doody's done something. Oh, we threw the battle scanner to make sure we didn't activate. But Howdy Doody might have been able to throw... If he didn't throw the battle scanner, he might have been able to come up here close enough to flashbang him so he couldn't run too far away. But my guess is he's going to be a runner now. So how far can you throw smoke in case he's not a runner. So we can almost reach here with smoke now already. I'm definitely coming up here to steady a rocket here.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, I'm just taking my mind off to do something I know I want to do, but we won't steady till it's absolutely necessary. Freaky friendly. I was thinking of bringing you here, so if he doesn't move, but I want to be able to get smoke on you. So if he doesn't move, I can come up here and be able to suppress. We just know he's gonna move. So, and I'm debating if I run up with my medic. Whoops, I don't want telekinetic field. If I run up with my medic to here, if I decided to run Knick-Knack here, I could probably put him in smoke. And that would be a close range shot, although the odds of killing would not be amazing. So I don't have a lot of good answers. So that's all just so you know why I'm taking so freaking long. That's what I'm trying to work out in my head. So I'm coming here with Freaky Friendly.
Hauling ass.
And I think I'm coming here with Furball. Now he technically has a grenade. So I'm coming here with Furball.
Yes.
Probably Overwatch. So I'm bringing you all the way up here.
Roger that.
Now that the Seeker is gone. And Quampa, I'm bringing you here. Technically, that's not cover. Damn. So, because what if he kamikaze charged kind of a thing, and then Quampa's standing in the open with no smoke? Well, wouldn't that be nice? To have him just blood call. Wouldn't that be nice? I wish I could make that happen. But who's he gonna blood call to? Who's he gonna blood call to? There's the question. And being that he's a sniper, I feel like he's gonna run back to another pod to try and gain a spotter. And that's why I'm feeling I gotta move. I just gotta be aggressive with my mech. Take a shot, even though it won't be amazing. So let's do that. Oh, blood call to the pod that's coming. Depends on how close it is. Blood call only reaches so far, doesn't it? Yeah, not amazing. Oh my God, we got a good roll. Hot damn, I wish, because I can command him, but what are the odds we hit on another 58%, eh? What are the odds? What are the odds?
As you wish.
Can I even see him? Yeah. I feel like I gotta make the attempt. It's not great odds to waste a command, but then let's get it on cooldown now and figure it out later. Let's see if luck is on our side today. Let's go find out. It's on our side today. Happy Halloween. We got the treat and we played the trick. There we go. That's one way to get through it. Okay. Let's reload in case they start swarming us now. Blue Jay steady. Floaters are closest. Muton. Muton Berserker. Muton. I didn't hear any more Cyberdisk. They can be sneaky though. We know that. They can be sneaky. He could just be sitting there not moving and that's why we're not hearing. That Cyberdisk could just be tempting us to come over here. So I think right now we got to get everybody reloaded first. That's the way we. Oh my God, we got to get you reloaded.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, Hauptmann? Good to see you in here. This is where we're sitting, just to catch you up. We've killed 12 out of 50 something we're going to be facing. So very early game. We've cleared the entry room back here. We only had a Cyberdisk pod with a gun star in it. And then tucked away in this little corner, we just took out, what, five mutons and a, or was it 4? 5 mutons and a seeker, something like that. So we haven't faced the toughest, I'm sure we have not faced the toughest of the enemies yet. And the next room we got to go into, I think, leads into a vast room over here, from what I remember of the map layout that we briefly scanned before we started. So what's most important this turn is we got to get everybody reloaded in case something pounces on us. And we'll get everybody steadied. I guess EcoBot, we'll bring you here just in case something pushes through this door.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I'm gonna keep you farther back. We'll just keep you right there. Neek Knack, we definitely want to reload you, but let's step here to do it. Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Quampa, I do not like you there. Howdy doody. Let's get you there.
Charge!
And Furball. So you got 2 battle scanners. Howdy doody may only have 1 now. Yeah, he only has 1. So we got 3 battle scanners remaining and 1 motion tracker charge to help us out. As far as we know, nothing was over here. Yeah, see, that's the edge. I think it ramps down into the grand room. And there could be like 3 pods in that grand room. Maybe 4. Maybe everything we're hearing right now is down in the grand room. That's going to be one hell of a fight. And if that kind of thing happens, if I have the ability, I'm pulling back to try and make them come to me. That's the only way I can think of it. Yeah, into the fire. That's what it's called, into the fire. So Jonesy, I'm moving you here. Let's reload.
Nice.
Quampa, we'll bring you here.
On my way.
Yeah, let's just hunker. I really don't know what to do with you. Well, okay, I do. Reload. We gotta reload.
Reloaded.
There's no two ways about it. What I might do is maybe I bring you up here next turn and see if we can angle a battle scanner in there to see what's up ahead a little bit. I mean, we don't know. Something could be right on the other side of this door. So that would be another thing we did was, well, let's do that first, is plan on opening this door and see if we activate. That'll be our next play.
Let's do this.
And we'll know that once we activate, they have the ability to run around here and try to outflank us. So at least we have a little cover against that. I'm bringing you here so you can reload.
Good to go. Let's rock.
We heard the cyber disc. It's closer than we thought.
Something?
Muton. 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 We didn't even hear the floaters this turn. So we got 5 more pods out there. And when I say Muton, it could be Muton, Muton Elite, Berserker. Boy, if a Berserker pod's out there, timing on that activation is huge. Yeah, likely, since we've already found a non-elite pod, that there's going to be a hell of a lot more. The floaters... Was the floaters first? I thought the first sound I heard was the cyber disc sound. I don't remember hearing floaters after that. Kind of the... that was the cyber disc sound. And we got a sound cue, like the cyber disc is frickin' right here. And I'm afraid if it's right there, that if we need to move up to battle it, then we risk activating other pods farther back. Because that's kind of the layout of this now. It's gonna be it's really gonna be a challenge. Yeah, we can peek around the corner, but coming up here to peek around the corner, get some vision down there. There's a lot of things that'll block certain angles and whatnot, but I think it just ramps down. Remember, we've had that section where it ramps down and a bunch of destroyable pods probably down on the bottom. That part is probably similar-ish to the prior map we were on. So I'm a little confused on how to proceed, but who do I want where coming up? Okay, so I think what we'll do is I'll bring you here. I'll get freaky friendly here, so when we have the door opening, the grand door opening, I want you guys over on this side too, so let's get moving. Let's bring you there. And Knick-Knack, let's get you over here. Like there. Yeah, it's the mini boss one. It's gonna be harder than the cyber disc we already have fought. And so there's no way I can fly my sniper to see over this wall. I don't think. So in fact, I don't think we can fly that high to be able to see over that wall. So it also means I need to have my sniper down this way to be able to have any lines of sight through the door.
Roger.
But I gotta keep my sniper far enough back be safe. Howdy doody. I'm gonna do this with you.
On my way. This'll help.
All right. I feel better about that now, and we still have all our med kits.
Safety's off.
All right. So we're gonna try doing something next turn, maybe. Yeah, I'm not gonna use a med kit to heal.
Let's do this.
One thing now. Given the angles that we're dealing with out here, I might. I don't know where I'm gonna want a Rocketeer. Because we definitely would love to shred that cyber disk.
Copy that.
It's gonna be very risky. That gives a better angle to where we kind of hurt it. But it's a risky position. It's not, yeah, it's not without risk. Here we go. There's floaters. Muton. 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 So we didn't hear the cyber disk again. I tell you, those things can play sneaky and hide. So instead of reloading you last time, let's reload.
All right.
Yeah, I think this angle is going to be as good as anything. And I think I actually, even though there's no forward cover, but technically there's no forward cover where you are now, this gives us a potential better angle through the door to get around that corner spot.
Hitting there now.
And then you'll be steadied. So we hang on for one more turn.
Time to fortify our position.
And we pop the door, or I try the motion tracker.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Oh, yeah!
And flamethrower, I know it would be more effective against chrysalids. I'm not sure how effective it. I was hoping if we had chrysalids, I could try it out with the chrysalids. But I don't think berserkers can get panicked by the flamethrower. So it'd have limited effect on them. Oh well.
Roger that. Scanning.
That was it. That's a cyber disk.
You hear anything?
Cyber disk is close. Yeah, are you thinking a base game or not? Because I did some research on that today, and it doesn't panic them. It basically doesn't panic. It can panic chrysalids, but not. The chance is like minuscule, so it usually will not panic the berserkers. Whereas the chrysalids can at least panic. So yeah, I know we got to do it. So I'm kind of thinking furball. I don't know that it matters. What if we see a blip out there? What does it matter, right? We just got to open the frickin' door. I'm trying to see if it. And we may not see anything directly, and that's when we throw. We angle ourselves up to get a battle scanner like right in here. So we're gonna open the door. We're gonna let Jonesy do the honors. And here we go. Let's take a peek. quiet chrysalids that we have not heard.
Here they come!
Well.
Watch your back!
It was there? Oh my god. Open the door, they say. Open the door. Oh no, open the door. We heard not one sound of those chrysalids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, the cyber disk has to be suppressed. Nothing that says he can't launch his grenades while suppressed, but I guess that's the least of our problems. And you can see, yes, he has health. Oh boy, does he have health. Yeah, they're so neatly dressed up. Now, a flamethrower, let's just get an understanding of where that shoots. So we could flamethrow and hope for panic on all but one of them. 5 out of 6 are in our flamethrower shot. Just saying. And so I say we just do it and see what they do. Panic, 1. Any more panics? Well, don't run that far away. Okay. That wasn't hideous. Except they'll return to fight another day. Now I gotta take Jonesy, though, and suppress. Let's go down the line here and suppress here.
Let's
Okay. We got 100% there. Oh, this one that didn't run is also, that's a panic symbol. So this guy's not panicked, this guy's not panicked. This is scary. So sniper-wise, let's do our double tap on the closest guy. Who else do you see? No, we see a lot of, we have a lot of different options. We were fine for the chrysalids, but when the Gunstar appeared there, it's like, oh, smokes. Holy smokes. Okay, here we go. Think this through, think this through. We gotta take care of this chrysalid and that chrysalid. And then everything else has gotta go Gunstar. For this turn. How long do they stay panicked is another question. But it buys us a tiny bit of time. Okay, I think I do double tap against this one. What I'm trying to think first is, can we get a shredder rocket to where it doesn't hurt us? So let's take it off, and I want orientation to be this way so I can better tell where it goes. Okay, let's do shredder rocket to here. This shreds some of the chrysalids without hurting us. and it shreds the gun star, which is vital. So, do it.
Ready for the fireworks? It's gonna hurt.
Okay. So we're looking at 6 chrysalids, 1 cyber disk, 1 seeker, 1 drone. Okay. So now we gotta work on chrysalids. The 2 that aren't panicked, because they have got to go. Gosh darn, how long did they stay panicked? How that wouldn't I like to know that? I also have flashbang that can help reduce their mobility. Chem grenades do not work on any of the enemies we're facing right now. Flashbang can help against chrysalids. Okay. Yeah, that would be an option for defense. Definitely we don't want smoke. You're right there, Nightmare. We definitely do not want to use smoke. We've been through that before. So I think I just got to use a double tap. Unfortunately, I can't get 2 shots from you over here. So I'm gonna work some double tap stuff now that he's shredded. Let's hope it pays off. Let's hit. Ay. I'm gonna work on the one that hasn't been hit yet, that's not shredded. He's shredded now. Okay. So I think what I do is I keep EcoBot. Yeah, I hope next turn is safe, so I can then. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I still have my sniper, who can only see so many things. Yeah. Kind of a waste of a good double tap. But there's no way I can risk having him standing in the open, my sniper. So let's have the sniper shoot against whoever he can shoot against. The ones with the most health left that our sniper emo can see. Now he's panicked, but he has a lot of health left. So let's do this while we can. Even though he's not a threat next turn. Because I got someone who can take care of a single hit point if I need it. Who do you see? You see that one, Hodson. And I can get 2 hits there. I got 2 hits from you there. Tell you what, let's do my 2 Gunstar shots. Ooh, is he flying? Is he considered flying right now? No, I think we get hit and run on him. Because he's not getting flight. You know, there's no negative effect from flight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, well, I'm thinking we just got to do it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh God, that was beauty. A hit and run too. That was a thing of beauty. Can we do that again? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's do this. Oh my God, that's so freaking close. Because if we kill it, it does damage to both these, I think. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, it did some damage. Killed the drone. 4 chrysalids left. Who the hell cares about cover right now? In my mind.
Coming!
We even got Howdy Doody in on the action.
Cracked him right in the dome!
And Furball, how do you still have another shot? I'm not gonna argue how he got that extra shot. It's like we're playing Wasteland 3 and he rolled luck, so he gets the extra shot. Okay, hollow targeted. We finally had something bad happen.
No longer a threat.
I Overwatch now since I can't see anything else, and I think that's it. Oh wait, Quampa. Yeah, we don't throw smoke. I don't get command back till next turn. Yeah, I could have used the plasma pistol to save ammo. But just because the thing is hardened, I was worried about defensive reduction. So that's the only reason I didn't switch off the weapons nightmare. I just saw that comment of yours. Yeah, we can't be complacent because all it takes is another oops activation like this for things to go south. Holy smokes. So I can't have you throw smoke. What I will do is bring you right there in Overwatch in case a chrysalid runs our way.
Roger that. Scanning for hostiles.
My steel
Here
commander.
we go. Still, okay, they're still panicked. Floaters are out there. And they're regenerating. But what we're gonna have to do is take this guy out as quick as we can, and everybody else is gonna Overwatch down here. Because then he comes. Yeah, the flamethrower saved that encounter. I know that. And I'm saying thank you. I'll say it in front of everybody. This Halloween 2025, I thank Carlos for encouraging me to build the flamethrower with the jellied Illyria. So there you go. So there you go. See, I listen to my viewers every now and then. when I happen to notice the comment. Right, Nightmare? Okay. So I think I take a shot here to hollow target.
Next.
That was nice, because now I get to reload, just like Nightmare wanted me to.
Oh, yeah.
Then there are other pods that could come around the corner with that chrysalid, but I'm gonna have everybody kind of sticking their necks out. Well, I guess I can keep you there. I guess I can move some people to the side. Except he could just go there where yeah, I'll have a fair amount of Overwatch. Let's hope the damn thing doesn't have lightning reflexes. That's about the only thing that could dampen my enthusiasm. We will sit here and steady a weapon. I will Overwatch with my sniper.
On Overwatch.
You guys keep coming, I'll keep killing.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Let's do this.
I'm on it.
Doesn't
Yes,
say
I'll
something
take care
comes
of it.
around the corner. Stay there, Quampa. Okay, so the other chrysalid's gonna play hard to get. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I guess we'll just do another round of Overwatch. See if, you know, maybe I didn't notice a thing that says he was still panicked or something. That's always a possibility. I'm gonna move you over here to reload.
Lord gun juice.
And everybody else Overwatch.
Time to fortify our position.
Roger that. Scanning.
Safety's off.
Okay, almost everybody else Overwatch.
Overwatch, aye aye.
I'm on it.
So I think the chrysalid has run away and joined another pod is the way it's feeling, and I do not like that, but it is what it is. Now what we're going to be able to do is come up here a little bit and get a nice battle scanner. There, you can see all the little pods. So there's a ramp there. We kind of saw that there was a ramp here, and there's a lower floor in the middle like we had on the last ABA, and it has a bunch of these, whatever they are, the food things of some kind. I'm sure there's others over here we can't see. And yeah, we just have half cover above it. These are highly destructible, but it's a big room where lots of multiple contacts could take place. So it is the next phase of what we're going to be doing. So, because we're kind of out of time. No, there's only one, right? Yeah, there's only one chrysalid left. Yeah, I think it's best for part 2. I'm going to do one round of Overwatch again. And, well, I'll do a round of Overwatch. I'll have someone new Overwatch each turn. This time it'll be the sniper. I mean, reload.
Let's rock.
And I know it's only one, but he's healing every turn probably, so he's going to be full strength by the time he sees us.
Got it. I hope they're ready to get a gut full of slugs.
So I'm actually bringing you here.
We should get moving. Got it.
I'll reload you.
Ready to rock.
We'll
Armed and
Overwatch.
ready.
Steady. Overwatch. Overwatch. Bunker. Watch it come around this side and kill my medic.
What the hell was that?
There it is. Good hit, good hit. Have it keep coming. Come on. No, we missed with our best, heaviest hitting weapon. Is it still coming? Yes, it is. We got more.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now we get to stop cleanly. We've killed 21 enemies, which is less, I repeat, less than half the map. And we know by sound cues that we have some tough enemies still out there. A gang of floaters, more than likely heavy. At least 3 more pods of Mutons / Muton Elites / Berserkers. So at least 3 more of those pods. The Chrysalid pod was a surprise. But at least there was no giant chrysalid in this particular pod on this ABA. I'm going to spend a turn to reload real quick.
On my way. Look out. Tanks armed to the nines.
I copy. Let's do this.
Eyes on the prize.
Locked and loaded.
I hope nothing comes around that corner, basically.
Ready to engage.
But if something comes around the corner, you know, we'll steady. So this is it. So this is where I'm going to save it. So I don't want to do another turn and get all drawn into an extended battle in case something's right around the corner. What we're going to do is we've kind of reached my normal time limit here that we run these things. And we are going to come back on Monday after our nice little Halloween, All Saints Day weekend kind of routine. And hopefully have a great time. So thank you, Felipe. I'm glad you could make it in here. It was a good start to the alien base assault so far. Knock wood, so far. And I think we spooked the aliens a little bit. How about that? So here, oh, I never made next week's schedule, but you know, once again, look at this schedule and just change the dates to November. November 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. There you go. Just change those dates for next week and keep everything the same. Yeah, same old, same old, same old, same old. And we got a lot of fighting ahead. In fact, we got a potentially very challenging room coming up next time. So come back and join us and see how it goes. Oof. This is Zigzag Zoc signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. You know I appreciate it. I had loved having you guys along, and as you can see, suggestions made during streams sometimes get listened to when I clean my glasses and notice them. And hope to see y'all next time to help me out even a little bit more. Ciao, everybody. And those on Twitch, hang out. We're going to find somebody